Now that you're launching your company, you need to get some advisors on board. And not just some pretty faces you can put on your pitch deck, but people who will actually add real value to your company. People who can move the needle and get you where you're trying to go. But how do you go about doing that? Where do you start? What sort of people should you put on your advisory board? I'm going to share with you my methodology for building out the perfect advisory board. Greetings, founders. Welcome to Feel the Boot, the science of startups. I'm your host, Lance Cottrell, and I'm here to help you along your journey building your startup into the company you want it to be. I know what it's like. I've been there myself, and I've helped countless other founders along their paths. There are many ways that advisors or board members can bring value to your startup. They might be a well-known name or personality, bringing their brand equity to your company. Or they're an expert in some highly technical aspect of your business that you need help with. Or maybe they're an expert on some piece of business that you are not experienced in and they're helping to fill a hole. There's many different ways they can contribute, and you need to think about what you need as part of building your board. The problem that I see is that most founders build their boards by chance, stumbling into it. They find someone who seems like they'd be a good advisor and they invite them. They run into someone else and invite them. And maybe they're inviting the first person they think might say yes. So they often end up with a board with often weak advisors, and that's all skewed towards one kind of advisor, one skill set, rather than covering all of the bases that you need to have covered to be successful. So the first step in this methodology is to list out all of the things that you would like to get from an advisory board. Do you need someone with that high PR value name recognition? Do you need a technical expert? Do you need someone to help you with marketing? Do you need someone who has relationships to help with fundraising, or is a part of an angel group, or really knows how to polish up your pitch deck? What are the things that you might need? And really brainstorm around this. Try to throw as wide a net as you can to think up all of the different ways in which people might contribute to help your company. Then I want you to rank order those. So you're starting with the highest priority things down to items that are nice to have, but if you never found an advisor who could help you with that, that'd be okay. You'd get along without it. Now that you know what you're trying to get out of your advisory board or board of directors, it's time to start looking at who might fill those positions. And the best place to start is with the people you already know, people who are in your network who you think might make good advisors. Go ahead and just capture all of them in a list. Then start looking around for who else might be viable. Go on LinkedIn or look through your social media feeds and see who else might make a good match for your company. And maybe do some Googling around. Try to identify people that maybe you don't even have a direct relationship to, who you think could be great advisors. And for the moment, just capture all of them. Now it's time to turn this into a matrix. So what I want you to do is put down that list of capabilities that you want to see on your board and put that across the top row. And down the left, put the names of all of the candidates that you've identified so far. And go ahead and put a check in the box for each capability that each one of the candidates bring. Now, the best candidates will check off several boxes, whereas someone else might only check off one. So they might not be the best advisor unless they're the only candidate you've got who can check that particular box, and it's an important one to check. Now, look at that matrix. Are there any columns that have no checks in them? Are there capabilities, particularly ones on the left, the more important ones, that you don't have any advisors to fill? Now's the time to start going on a hunting expedition. Rather than asking, who might be a good advisor, or who do I know? You say, I need this skill set. I'm looking for an advisor with exactly this capability. And you can do that in two ways. First is work your network. For all of the people you know that are sort of in this space, start asking them, do they know any potential advisors that have the skill sets you're looking for, that check off the particular boxes that are missing in the matrix that you've got? And maybe even ask for multiple ones. I need this and this and this. And see if you can fill that out. Once you've done that, you can prioritize the candidates that you've got. Who checks the most boxes? Who is the strongest in any of these categories, right? And so now you've got along the left, a rank-ordered list of people that you'd like to reach out to and ask to be on your advisory board. The next step, not surprisingly, is to start asking. Reach out to each of those people at the top of your list and see if you can make a connection and if they're willing to consider being an advisor. If they are, bonus, you're done with that slot. If they say no, start looking down the list to see who else you know that could check off those same boxes. Right? You're always trying to make sure that you're covering off all, or at least all of your most important capabilities. And then just rinse and repeat. Continue reaching out to people until you've managed to fill out all of those capabilities that you need. And depending on how much you need, you might be able to do that with just 1, 2, 3 advisors. Sometimes you'll need 5 or 6. I'd worry about going too much beyond that because you don't have the time and bandwidth to manage many more people. Also, you're going to be probably giving equity to most of these people, and that can actually start to add up. A common mistake that I see, and I've experienced this a lot, is a founder will put together a really strong board of advisors and then just leave them on the shelf and not take advantage of them. It's super important to make sure that you're getting your equity's worth out of those advisors and letting them help you build your company. Making good use of your advisors can be a giant accelerator. But how to make use of advisors in an advisory board is another episode. Plan to get to that one pretty soon. Your advisory board and what you need from your advisory board is not a static thing. It's going to evolve with time. So I encourage you to revisit this on a periodic basis. Early on, you might want to come in and look at your advisory makeup every quarter. As your company gets more mature, maybe you're only looking at it every year. And look at both of these axes. So, what are your needs? Right? Do you have new things that you need from your advisory board? Or conversely, maybe you've hired, say, a director of sales, and so you really don't need an advisor on your advisory board focused on helping you with sales. You've now covered that off. Maybe that's someone that you can eliminate or drop from being a formal advisor to more of an informal advisory position. At the same time, are there people who you are seeing not add that much value? So look at every one of those advisors and say, am I getting what I need from this person? Are they delivering what I thought they would? Right? I thought they were going to check this box, but actually they're not. Or I thought they were only going to check this box, but they actually check 3 other boxes. And so this is an amazing person. Look at those and decide, are there any people you want to drop from your advisory board list? Because again, you are paying them in equity. Or are there slots that now are kind of missing or under-resourced where you want to bring in additional capabilities to strengthen the board in that area? Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. It tells the algorithm that this is the kind of content you want to see more of and helps me get in front of more other founders. And that's the point. I'm trying to help other founders like you. If you've enjoyed a number of these episodes, I encourage you to subscribe, ring that bell, and leave a comment letting me know the kind of episodes you'd like me to make in the future. If you want to join other founders in a community, come over to the Feel the Boot Founders Alliance. I'll put a link down in the description. And if you want to get one-on-one coaching with me, sign up for the mailing list at feeltheboot.com. In every newsletter, I include a link to join my office hours. It's all free. Till next time, ciao.